Okay. Now to go through the tutorial for Spore's tribal stage. I guess you can call it a tutorial. I set up mouse keys on my Windows system, and so that I can get around the fact that I don't actually have a mouse. I've got a mouse pad, which doesn't have a right mouse button, although it has an area you can sort of use as a right mouse button. There isn't any way to click both buttons at once and things like that. It's quite limiting in a lot of ways. So I'm going to try to make do with mouse keys. If you don't know what mouse keys is, you can look that up pretty easily. I don't know what other operating systems it works on, but there are other programs you can download. I think there's one called Neat Mouse that basically serve the same purpose. If you can find one for your operating system, if you don't have a mouse, if you're lucky, it'll work the same way, and my description will help. So I'll be using my mouse pad where possible, of course. So here's the first one. You formed a tribe. You now command a burgeoning tribe of 3. You may select individual tribe members or a group to do your bidding. You must interact with other tribes to move your progress bar forward. Let's take a look. Now, just an interesting thing to note. It says a burgeoning tribe of 3. Now, I know they're joking. I'm sure they're joking. They're burgeoning. But just looking over on the right-hand side of my screen, I notice there are actually 3 tribe members, including myself. When I left the creature stage, I had 3 pack members, not including myself. Which might lead one to believe that possibly I'm one of my pack members now, or more to the point that the chief of my tribe, is now what used to be one of my pack members, or that a pack member got lost, but it's neither. Because the pack members, all 3 pack members, including myself, are of the same species as I was developing in the creature stage. And if you have pack members that are not of that species, you don't end up with them in your tribe. So just things to note. A little discontinuity between stages in Spore. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. For its time, it was quite ahead of where most other games were, and we have a real sad shortage of games that even attempt to implement evolution. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because too many people out there just don't really understand evolution. I have trouble understanding how that can be the case, because evolution is just the accumulation of change. How hard is that to understand? But that said, biological evolution is rather complex, and it's not emulated very well in Spore. Spore obviously is not our universe, though. It's a different universe with different rules. So evolution of life in Spore doesn't have to work the same as evolution of biology here on Earth. Okay, going on. This is your progress bar. There's an arrow pointing at it. You must ally or conquer other tribes to advance your own tribe. Now, since I raised this life form as a pacifist, for the most part. Not likely to try conquering tribes. Might change my mind. We shall see. These goals will help you through tribal life. Your first task is to dress your tribe in the new tribal outfitter. So they don't call this one a creator, they call it an outfitter. Click on your hut. So, check mark. There's the hut. Click on the hut. So clicking on the hut doesn't really do anything. I think what they mean is click on this button over the hut. So I'm going to do that. Tribal Planner. Click on the hat icon to open the tribe member panel. Roll over your tribe member, then click the Edit Outfit button to enter the tribal outfitter. Okay. That's a complex set of steps there. Let's give it a try. Click on the hat button, and there's a tribe member here on the screen. Clicking on that doesn't do anything. There's a tribe member here on a little window card, whatever you want to call that. Click on that, and that will bring you into the tribal outfitter. Add outfits to your tribe members to improve their abilities. Oh, no, that doesn't bring you to the tribal outfitter. I thought it did. My mistake. Again, they want you to click on the little button. Not what they actually told you to click on. So let's click on the button then. Waiting for it. Here we go. We're in the tribal outfitter. So, now all of the stats I gained in the creature stage are not showing. And I wonder, are they gone? Could I have stripped my creature down to nothing but a body and a mouth? Or maybe just a body without a mouth? And come into the tribal stage devoid of parts? And maybe done just as well? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the wings are still going to be useful because I can fly, which means being able to get around faster in rough terrain. But let's just see how it goes. Okay, let's see. What to put on this thing and where to put it. Well, there's room back here. Let's see. Social 3, Gathering 3, Health 3. 3 seems to be as high as they go. Let's check these things out. Okay. Let's see. Health, Gathering, Social. Okay, Combat. I've got combat level 1 there. This one would get me to combat level 2. No improvement over the other parts in there. As far as, again, I'm not looking for what'll make it look good. Not right now. I'm just looking for the stats. There, gathering level 3. Okay, now I have a choice of 2 different gathering level 3 things. Okay, Sunrise, Stunrise. Now, what is that? 2. I don't know. It wasn't oh, I see. That's how many, what it's going to cost, I think. I have 60 shirts. I pay with shirts, apparently. Yeah, my DNA points seem to be completely gone. I'm not using them anymore. Instead, I have 60 shirts. There's probably a name for those, that currency in this game. I don't know what it is. So, yeah. Worth noting. Okay, symbol. That doesn't appear to gain me anything. It's just an insignia if I want to wear an insignia. And these also don't appear to gain anything. So don't need these two. And I think I can go back into this tribal outfitter later if I just want to decorate my character up. But for now, I want to try to keep it simple. So I'm going to grab this for gathering 3. And for now, I'll just stick it on here. I can move it later. And let's see. What was... This was the highest combat thing I could get, so I'll stick that down here. And let's see. Looking. So I've already got the gathering level 3. That would be this one in this set. I've got combat level 2. Here's social level 3. Stick that over here. And health level 3. So that's as high as I'm going to be able to get my stats. Now all that stuff is stuck in the back, and I can move it. Where to move what? This looks like it's meant to be some sort of a breastplate. It has wings on it. I could put it up here with the wings. Try not to stick it through my eyes, because that could hurt. That's interesting. It's like hovering. Okay. That's okay there. It looks a bit bizarre. But sure, why not? Let's see, what else? Sure, why not? These can go down here on the side. And where to put this? Kneecap protectors? They look like they're sort of hovering. There. Now they don't look like they're hovering. Good enough. And I'm down to 5 shirts. So I could buy something else if I want. Don't think I want to. Stickler. Yeah. Call that good enough for now. Off I go. I noticed also there's a complexity meter. Or not sure if that's the right name for it, but something showing how complex your character is. And if I had stripped off parts from the creature stage before coming into the tribal stage, that complexity, I assume, would be lower. And I guess that would mean that I could decorate it more in the tribal stage. So, yeah, removing parts could have been useful. Yeah, evolution, by the way, for those who don't know, evolution of life here on Earth isn't planned like that. At least not as far as anybody can tell through actual observation. Yes, evolution has been observed. It's been studied. We don't have any way of studying directly our evolutionary past. In other words, we can't actually look and see which animals we actually were descended from, but there is evidence, so that's not guesswork either. The skeletal evidence is all we have. Well, I shouldn't say all we have. The main thing that we have to go by for things very, very, very long ago, but as far back as we can track things with DNA, of course, that's a lot more accurate. And there are people who study those skeletal remains in extreme detail to be able to make as accurate of a distinction as possible. Not my area of expertise, but, you know, other people, yes. So, okay. What is this? Tools. Too expensive. Okay, it looks like I see an apple next to a 25, a bit apple. Looks like an apple. Bit fruit next to a 25 on each of these. And it says they're too expensive. Oh, wait a minute. Let me look again. No, I'm not mistaken. Okay, I have 5. My budget is 5 shirts. 5 articles of clothing? I don't know. Yeah. It's not 5 articles of clothing because each of these articles of clothing costs more than 5 of the budget. But then back in this other part, it's showing 15 as food collected, and apparently I can spend food. That's my budget of food collected, so I can spend food to get these other things. So let's go collect some food, because why not? You can now move the camera freely around your world. This helps you check in on tribe members or groups to whom you have given orders. Let's pause for a moment and learn the basic camera controls. So basically what they're saying is where the camera followed my character around, followed around my avatar in the creature stage and in the cell stage. In this stage, I can look somewhere that my avatar is not at. These controls allow you to zoom and rotate the camera. Your mouse wheel can also zoom and rotate. Let's try that. Okay, so I don't have a mouse wheel, but I can simulate that with 2 fingers on my mouse pad. Scroll the mouse wheel to zoom the camera in and out. So using 2 fingers on my mouse pad, I'm going to zoom in, zoom back out. It says, let's see, yeah, zoom in is pulling toward me and zoom out is pushing away from me on my mouse pad with 2 fingers. Hold the left and right mouse buttons at the same time to pitch and rotate the camera. Now, using mouse keys, this is a little bit tricky, and I hope I describe it right. You have to have your numlock on unless you've set your mouse keys up to work when the numlock is not on. And I don't have an indicator on my keyboard to tell me if my numlock is on, so I'm just going to push the 4 button to move my mouse cursor left a little. Yeah, and that works, just to make sure that it's on. And 6 to move it to right. Basically, the numbers move it around, except for 5, which is all of the mouse buttons. And here's how you work that. If you press the division key, the slash key on the keypad, that sets it up to so that 5 acts as a left mouse button. If you push the minus key or dash key, that sets it up so that the 5 acts as a right mouse button. And if you press the asterisk key or multiplication key on the keypad, that sets it up so that 5 works as both mouse buttons at once. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit asterisk, and now it says hold the left and right mouse buttons at the same time to pitch and rotate the camera. So now I'm going to hold the 5 button down and try moving on my mouse pad, and that doesn't do anything. Okay. So holding the 5 button down and trying the 4 doesn't do anything. Try the 6. Doesn't do anything. So, well, I mean, it does something. It's moving the mouse. But let me try that again. Asterisk. Oh, I accidentally clicked on the chieftain. Didn't mean to do that. Move away from him. Asterisk. Hold down the 5. Yeah. So I don't know why that doesn't work. It should. If anybody knows a solution to this, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to just work around it by using the rotate buttons down here by the map, because I think that does the same thing it's asking for. Okay. Now it's telling me use the arrow keys or click and hold the right mouse button to pan the camera. So I'm going to hit the minus button. That should set my 5 key on my mouse keypad as a right mouse button. And I'm going to hold down the 5 and try the 4 and 6. They just move my mouse. Try the mouse pad, and that just moves my mouse. So evidently having set up mouse keys to do this isn't going to help me. That's kind of annoying. Oh, wait a minute. It's saying click and hold. Okay, maybe that's the problem. That's a drag operation. I wonder if that would have worked with the previous thing. Well, let's find out. Let's go asterisk. Okay, drag operation. Press 0. And then, there it goes. Now I can rotate the camera with my mouse keys. Solution found. So it's asterisk on the mouse keys. And you have to have a numeric keypad for this, or if you don't have a numeric keypad, you definitely have to be in numlock. And then you use, I'm not sure what, the arrow keys for movement, I think. No, that wouldn't be right. I'm not even sure. That's something that would have to be looked up. So at any rate, it's asterisk to set it as both buttons, and then 0 to start dragging, and then 4 and 6 to rotate it left or right. Now, it moves pretty slowly. I might want to change the speed of that later. And that I would have to go into my mouse key settings to do. I can change the speed and the acceleration rate. And press the period key on the keypad, the dot, to release the drag. So now, right mouse button, press minus, and then 0 to drag, and yeah. And then I went 6 to pan right, and it just starts moving, and I had to press 4 to bring it back to move more slowly. It's like the more I press 6, the faster it moves right. Press 4 and it moves less to the right, and then press 4 again, it starts moving to the left. So I don't know if you can see the little icons on the screen, but there's something there that basically shows me how fast I'm panning. And I should be able to pan north and south as well. Yep, using 8 to start moving north, and then 2 to slow that down and begin moving south. Now what happens if I hit period while it's doing that? It just stops. Okay. Oh, I can also just use my mouse pad once it's in that mode. I just hit the 0 again to test that. And I can just use my mouse pad to pan around, and then press 0 or press period when I'm done So I don't have to literally hold the right mouse button to drag. Now I'm going to try actually doing that with the mouse pad. Hold the right mouse button. Yeah, I can hold the area of my mouse pad that is basically where the right mouse button would be, the lower right hand corner. And I can drag that way also. Holding down the left and right corners does not work as holding both mouse buttons. I've tried. So it says good. Click on the hut in the mini map to focus the camera back on your tribe. So I'm going to go down to the map, click on the hut, and there I'm back at the tribe. It says click on a tribe member's portrait in the tribal list to select an individual. So let's select this one and see which one it is. That's the one up here. Keston is its name. Let's try the other one. And that one is named Vriel. Vriell. Vriel, I guess. And if I shift and select one of them while the other one's selected, I'll end up with both of them selected. I know that already. It says click and drag a box around multiple tribe members to command them as a group. Now they don't mean the icons, they mean actually like this. And I just selected everybody including the chief, so I can command the chief while I'm commanding tribe members. Now you know the basics. Let's begin by finding some food. Okay. With tribe member selected, right click on a tree with fruit and gather fruit. Now, I am going to, instead of doing what it's telling me, I'm just going to see if I can here, press 0 because I already have the panning selected. Pan back over to where I just saw those fish. Yeah. Again, pressing 0, that's only if you're using mouse keys or something like it, but that's what I'm using. So basically, drag with the right mouse button, and now I'm going to click where the fish are. Oh, that's right, right click where the fish are, which I could right click on my mouse pad, but since I got my mouse keys and I'm trying it out, I'm going to try pressing the 5. And that seems to have worked. And here come my tribal members. And my chieftain. And that went away, so apparently that met the qualification for clicking on a fruit tree. Close enough. They're collecting fish. Wild animals are coming to steal your food. Okay, where's my food? That's over here. Let's right click on that. That'll call those guys over. Now I don't know if they leave their fish behind or what, but I just wanted them to find this wild animal there that's coming to steal the food. To hopefully scare it away. And I could have them attack the wild animal. He's running away scared. No need. No? Or maybe not. Maybe he isn't going away. Oh, I didn't tell them to attack it. They're doing it on their own. Never mind. Okay, so back over to the water. And right click on the fish again. And I now have 29 stored food. I'm not even sure exactly how you're supposed to say that. Okay, another tribe is forming somewhere. The game is letting me know that another tribe is forming. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, since I'm through the tutorial. And we'll pick up later where another tribe is forming. Thanks.